What's going on YouTube? Today we're going to be talking about tuning the recoil springs on your pistol for competition. Are you ready? Stand by. Welcome back to the channel. Please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. It's no secret that YouTube uses algorithms to suppress firearms content, but it also pushes content when people use the like button. So please like this video and all other firearms related videos if we want to keep them relevant on YouTube. Also, if you could please go ahead and hit the subscribe, and you can follow me on Instagram if you're not already. So today we're going to be talking about tuning the recoil springs on your gun. Why would you want to do that? It's no secret that most guns are oversprung from the factory. They do it because it reliably chambers the next round when full power ammo is used, but it can also cause weak ejection and create slide dip when the slide goes back into battery after the recoil cycle. Competition shooters tune their recoil spring to their comfortable cadence at a given distance, and that's generally 10 yards for their given load, skill, and speed. Now, the way you do this is you send a target out to about 10 yards. You could also do it 7 or 5 if that's your thing. You need 3 to 5 aim points, and what you're going to do is you're going to aim at each aim point and then run the trigger twice as fast as is appropriate for that range. And so then you're going to do that with each spring weight. So you're going to have 3 to 5 pairs of shots on paper, maybe take a photo or save the targets, and then you're going to evaluate which set of shots is closest to the original point of aim. Now, to do this, you're going to need a non-captured guide rod that you can change the springs on. You can check out my review of the Gentra Ultra Heavy Tungsten guide rod I recently put into my Gen 4. But Terran Tactical makes them, Jaeger makes them. There's a number of other different manufacturers who make guide rods for Glocks and pretty much any other platform you'd want. So this Gentra guide rod was shipped with a 16-pound single spring as opposed to the dual spring that's in the OEM guide rod. That's pretty close to the OEM weight, although it is a single spring, not two. I went ahead and ordered a tuner pack, which included a 14-pound spring, a 12-pound spring, and an 11-pound spring. And I went to my good friends over at Crossfire Defense Academy, tip of the hat to them, and they helped me figure this out. So let's look at what this actually looks like. So here we go. This is what 16 pounds is going to look like, and here's the target. Here we are shooting the 14-pound spring, and then here are the hits for the 14-pound spring. These were pretty good, very good vertically. We are shooting the 12-pound spring, and you can see the hits got away from me, stringing way up high on that one. And the 11-pound spring, I'm not used to the timing of the gun, but I started getting it under control and brought it back down. So 11 went pretty good. Now when you look at that, you see that the 14-pound spring looked pretty good and the 11-pound spring looked pretty good. I wasn't used to the timing of the gun when I was shooting the 12, and I had a crazy flyer. I wasn't able to keep the shots consistently paired, but I was able to do it on the 11. And that's not all we're going to look at though. Now we're going to put the slow-mo of me actually shooting the gun side by side and see how that looks. So let's look at that. All right, we got the 16 and the 14. Notice that the ejection is much better on the 14 than on the 16. On that first shot, it rebounded off the optic. The brass rebounded off the optic and front sight before it went down range. Now the 11 is throwing brass with authority out of the gun. Look how fast it leaves the gun. The guns are tracking pretty flat. Both of them, there's not really a big change in how the guns are tracking, how much is coming up my arms. They're pretty comparable. But let's look at the 14 and 11 now, because those are the best shots I had. Brass is more energetic leaving the gun, but when the guns are actually cycling, the 11's a little bit more gentle, but I couldn't tell. So there you have it, guys. That was the test we went through. The 11 probably gave me the best results as far as recoil impulse and where the shots were impacting, and a lot of limited shooters say use the lightest spring that will cycle your gun. However, with the Glock striker mechanism, it's kind of a balancing act between the striker springs, and you do have to use a lighter striker spring with like the lighter, like 11 and 10-pound springs, and that the spring life, as the spring degrades, it's going to go into battery even weaker. It might cause light strikes or failure to go into battery even. So since the 14 had similar results, I'm just going to go with the 14, honestly, and it seems to work for what I'm doing, so I'm picking the 14. Incidentally, the Terran Tactical guide rod that he sells for the Gen 5 34s, 35s on his website comes with a 14-pound spring. So I only found that out after I picked the 14, but there you have it, guys. You can do this on a square range. You've seen the procedure. It's kind of a diminishing returns sort of thing, how many angels dance on the head of a pin, but if you're trying to optimize your gear for competition, I think it's worth doing. So give it a shot. Leave your comments. Is this something you might try and do? Let me know. Anyways, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care, guys.